Using light. Unveiling the power of light information. First we will learn about light and color. Let's talk about light. Light is a form of energy that helps us see things. It comes from sources such as the sun, light bulbs, or flashlights. When light travels, it moves in a straight line called a ray. Just like a straight line you draw with a ruler, light travels in a similar way. Light spectrum. Electromagnetic radiation is a special type of energy that travels in waves through space. It's like a wave of energy that can move without needing anything else to carry it. There is a part of electromagnetic radiation that allows us to see things, and it's called the visible light spectrum. Visible light. This is the type of electromagnetic radiation that allows us to see the world around us. Visible light comes in different colors, like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Each color has a different wavelength. Let's move on to color. Color is the way our eyes perceive different wavelengths of light. It's what makes objects look different from one another. When light shines on an object, some of the light is absorbed, and some is reflected back to our eyes. The colors we see are the result of the reflected light. If the wavelength reflected by the object is green, the color perceived by the human eye is green. If the wavelength reflected by the object is black, the object absorbs all wavelengths. Or if the wavelength reflected by the object is white, the object reflects all wavelengths. Mixing colors. Did you know that white light is actually made up of many colors? When you shine white light, like sunlight or light from a flashlight, through a prism, it splits into different colors and creates a beautiful band of colors. This is called a spectrum. Unlike pigments, the primary colors of light are red, green, and blue. The secondary colors are green plus blue is equal to cyan. Blue plus red is equal to magenta. Red plus green is equal to yellow. When you combine the primary colors of light, red, green, and blue, they will reflect white light. Colors and vision. Inside our eyes, we have special cells called cones. These cones are like tiny sensors that detect different colors. There are 3 types of cones that detect red, blue, and green colors. When light enters our eyes and hits the cones, they send signals to our brain. Our brain then combines these signals to create the colors we see. When light waves from a source hit a green object, the green color will be reflected. The light waves will then enter the eyes, where cones and rod cells convert them into signals. The brain receives these signals and interprets the color of the object as green. Let's go ahead on sources of light. There are some sources of light. Sources of light can be divided into 2 categories, natural and artificial. Natural sources include the sun and stars, living things that give off light, such as fireflies, and artificial sources, which are created by humans and include light bulbs. Natural sources. Natural sources of light are things in our environment that produce light without any help from humans. They are part of nature and have been around for a very long time. The sun is the first source of light. The sun is the biggest and most important natural source of light. It is like a giant ball of fire in the sky that gives us light and heat. Second source of light is stars. Stars are like little suns, but they are very far away from us. They give off a faint light that can be seen when it is dark outside. Fireflies. Fireflies have a special ability to create their own light. They use it to communicate with each other or attract mates. Fourth is lightning. Lightning is a natural source of light that happens when there is a big electrical charge in the air during a thunderstorm. Volcano. Volcano can create a spectacular display of light. The hot lava and gases from the volcano can produce a bright glow, giving off light. Anglerfish. Anglerfish live deep down in the ocean where it is very dark. They have a long stalk on top of their heads with a glowing lure at the end. So anglerfish is a type of fact about the source of light. Do you think that if there is natural sources then artificial sources are also there? Yes, there is artificial sources of light. Artificial sources of light are things that are made by humans to produce light. Unlike natural sources of light that exist in nature, artificial sources are created by people to help us see in the dark or indoors. Light bulb. Light bulbs are common in our homes, schools, and other buildings. They use electricity to create light when we turn them on. Flashlight. Flashlights are portable devices that we can carry around to provide light wherever we need it. They produce a beam of light. Screens. When you use a computer, tablet, television, or smartphone, the screen emits light so that you can see what is displayed on it. Lamps. Flashlights are portable devices that we can carry around to provide light wherever we need it. They produce a beam of light. Let's move on to how light travels. Light travels fast. Light is indeed very fast. In fact, it is the fastest thing we know of in the entire universe. It travels at an incredible speed of about 299,792 kilometers per second, or about 186,282 miles per second, in a vacuum, which is like the empty space of outer space. Light takes about 8 minutes and 18.65 seconds to travel from the sun to the earth. Travel straight. Imagine a flashlight in the center of a room. The light rays it produces will radiate outwards in a straight line, creating a cone-like shape. Light travels in a straight line, similar to a straight line you can draw with a ruler. This is because light travels in the form of rays. When light is emitted from a source, such as the sun or a light bulb, it spreads out in all directions in a straight line. Casts shadows. When light encounters an opaque object, such as a solid block or a person, it cannot go through and instead interacts with the surface of the object. Shadows are formed because light travels in straight lines and cannot pass through an object. When you put a flashlight in front of opaque paper, light interacts with the surface and casts shadows. Thank you for watching. Do like, share, subscribe for more tips and information. Happy learning!